Thank you for tuning into another episode of From the Cowboy State podcast. This is a special episode that we are doing, and we've got a fan favorite back. We've got Rob Ziegler back for a special episode. And today we're going to talk about the Southeast Wyoming Beef Symposium. And Rob's just going to tell us a little bit about that. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn it over to Rob. Give us a little spiel about that.
Thanks for having me back, Michaela. And for maybe some of your listeners that haven't listened to some of the previous podcasts, my name is Rob Ziegler. And I am based on campus in Laramie in the Ag Econ department. And I serve the state as a livestock production and marketing specialist. And I'm happy to be here today to talk about the Southeast Wyoming Beef Symposium and Trade Show. And someone once told me people remember the first 5 minutes and the last 5 minutes. And so if there's anything that we miss here today, I'll point everyone to just search the 2024 Southeast Wyoming Beef Symposium and Trade Show. There's a landing page there that has all the information on it.
Perfect.
And so I'm really excited about this. Some of my extension colleagues approached me about the idea when I started back in March. And the goal here would be to have this symposium on even numbered years, so opposite of the Range Beef Cow Symposium. This year is going to be held in Torrington, Wyoming on November 19th from about 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Our goal is to put together livestock producers from, Wyoming and surrounding states in one room and also offer a trade show so vendors can come and producers can network in that environment. And then we have a great lineup of speakers throughout the day.
Do you guys already have those speakers out?
Yeah, so again, they're listed on the website. Nice. I think we're going to kick off the day with Jessica Sperber from UNL.
Yep.
She is their feedlot extension specialist. She's based out of Lincoln. Her focus area is kind of on obviously feedlot production, and I think she's going to present for us on growth-enhancing technologies. So that's how we're going to kick things off. We're going to have a few breakout sessions throughout the day. So this is going to be at the Rendezvous Center, which has a larger kind of conference room and then some breakout rooms in the back. And so we'll be running concurrent sessions. And so after Jessica, I believe the plan will be to have our beef extension specialist, Shelby Rosasco, along with Brian Lee, talking about heifer development strategies and the economics that go along with it. Overlapping there will be McKenna Julian and Dagan Montgomery. They're planning to present on some backgrounding strategies through the winter. Both McKenna and Dagan have a pretty solid background in nutrition, and so their insights will be valuable there. Over the lunch hour, we're fortunate to have the UW Food Science Club catering lunch, and Mackenzie Phillips has done an excellent job at some of the previous events on campus as far as catering, so I'm looking forward to that. It's always a good meal. We're also going to have Eric Webster kind of give an overview of all the research stations around the state. And so there's Powell, there's Sheridan, Lingle, and then there's LREC.
Yep.
And so Eric Webster is the director of the Wyoming Agriculture Experiment Stations, and so he'll kind of give an overview of what's going on at all the stations. After lunch, it's a bit maybe bold of myself to put my name on the agenda, but I plan to give sort of a market outlook and market risk mitigation strategies. Concurrent with that session, I believe Chance Marshall will be there to present on kind of overwinter cow-calf management strategies. So after the breakout after lunch, I'm happy to say that Matt Makins from Makins Weather has agreed to join us for an hour. For those of you not familiar with maybe who Matt Makins is, he kind of started Makins Weather in 2016, and he provides long-term weather outlooks for literally across the globe from Australia. As a matter of fact, I had the opportunity to run into Matt in Canada at the Alberta Beef Industry Conference back in February. That was my first interaction with Matt. He gave a weather outlook there, so we are really looking forward to having him join us on November 19th. We are going to close out the day. We're going to close out the day with a kind of direct-to-consumer beef marketing panel. And our moderator there will be Jedediah Hewlett.
Oh, great.
From the Converse County Extension Office.
Which is actually where we're recording today.
Yes, very gracious of him to allow us to crash his party here today. So that's kind of the rundown throughout the day. Again, if you search the 2024 Southeast Wyoming Beef Symposium and Trade Show, you can register there. We encourage people to register. The event is free. There's no charge.
Okay.
We need to get a good head count on lunch numbers, so the website is where you can register. And also, if you're interested in sponsoring the event, there's information on sponsorships levels there as well.
Great. So no cost, November 19th, you said 9 to 4 p.m.?
Yeah.
In Torrington, Wyoming.
Yes, that's right. And
Fantastic.
So the kind of the 9 to 10 hour, we're thinking to, allow people to come in, get registered, network with our vendors.
Yeah.
And so kind of the speakers will kick off around 10 a.m. Coffee and trade show starting at 9.
Great. Okay. Now, you've done a lot of work on this. When was the last year that this symposium and trade show was held?
I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
2007 sticks out in my head.
Sure.
Again, I'm not entirely sure the last one. I know it's been a while, and so I think there's a lot of anticipation for it coming back, so I'm really excited to be a part of it. Yeah,
that'll be great. Alrighty. What other, information do people need to know about the trade show symposium? I mean, we've got the basics. Is there anything else people need to be prepped for?
I don't know that there's any preparation. If you are interested in being a sponsor, again, on the website, there's a download form. You can fill out there which level you're interested in sponsoring. And we're going to do our best, to make sure all the sponsors get well recognized.
Yep.
If you have any more questions about that, Kelly Greenwald can be reached at 307-837-2000.
Okay.
And she is based at the Lingle Research Station.
Perfect. Okay, fair enough. Well, Rob, thank you so much. And if anybody has any questions, comments, concerns about the symposium, trade show, sponsorship levels, reach out to Kelly, reach out to Rob. If you're not sure about Kelly, getting in contact with her, Rob will be your liaison to Kelly.
Thanks again for having me, Michaela.
Yeah, no problem. And before we do go on this special episode, along with the symposium and trade show, we do actually have a special plug-in here for the University of Wyoming Bull Test. The Bull Test team at the University of Wyoming would like to let you guys know that they are officially taking entries for the 2024-2025 University of Wyoming High Altitude Bull Test and Sale. For more information, including the consignor packet and entry form, visit the link. It is a bit.ly link, so it is bit.ly/UW Bull Test. And for a direct link to the entry form, I will include that on this podcast episode, where we always include the guest contact information, links, good information, etc. For additional information, if you don't want to go to those links, please contact our beef extension specialist, Dr. Shelby Rosasco, at 307-766-2329. Some important dates to keep in mind or take note of is the bull test team is accepting entries from now until October 25th, and they will be receiving bulls from November 4th until November 8th. Their screening period will end at the end of December, and their sale bulls will be up for auction on March 21st, 2025 at the University of Wyoming Laramie Research and Extension Center in Laramie, Wyoming. So help your customers make data-driven decisions and add value to this year's bull crop by seeing how your bulls stack up at 7220, the University of Wyoming High Altitude Bull Test. Thank you all so much, and Rob, thank you again for coming on for this special episode.
As a reminder, this is the University of Wyoming Extension Podcast. The university is committed to equal opportunity for all persons in all facets of the university's operations and is an equal opportunity / affirmative action employer. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about this statement, please don't hesitate to reach out to mgetz@uwyo.edu. and we can get your questions answered. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns about the podcast as well, again, don't hesitate to reach out to that email address, mgetz@uwyo.edu. Again, this has been a University of Wyoming Extension Agriculture and Natural Resources podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in.